Alright, comparing functions. Josh and Maggie buy MP3 files from different music services. The monthly cost, Y dollars for X songs, is linear. The cost of Josh's service is Y equals 5/10 X plus 10. The cost of Maggie's service is shown below. Write an equation to represent the monthly cost of Maggie's service. So if we're doing Maggie's service, we have the slope for M is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Alright, so if we say this is y2, 990, minus 495, and 10 minus 5. Okay, so if we plug this in real quick, we have 990 minus 495. We get 495. And 10 minus 5 is 5. So 495 divided by 5 is 99. The slope is 99. And so we have the format y equals mx plus b. If you substitute in 0.99, and you can just take in the first ordered pair and plug that in. So the y is 495. We don't, the x is 5, but we don't know the b. So if we do 99 times 5, we get 495. And if you subtract 495 from both sides, you get b is 0. So the equation is y equals 0.99x. Okay, and we want to figure out which one is cheaper. So if we're doing it for 30 songs, we can do 0.99 times 30. 0.99 times 30 will get you $29.70. And this is all for Maggie. If we do it for Josh, Josh was with the equation 0.5x plus 10. So if we did 0.5x plus 10, so 0.5 times 30, so 0.5 times 30 plus 10 will get you 25. This was for Josh, and this was for Maggie. So it looks like Josh is cheaper. Alright, let's go to number 1. On number 1, it says Quentin is choosing between buying books at the bookstore or buying online versions of the books for his tablet. The cost Y dollars of ordering books online for X books is $6.95 X plus $150. The cost of buying books at the bookstore is shown in the table. Which method of books is more expensive if Quentin wants to buy 6? Okay, so if we're doing slope for the table, remember slope is y2 minus 1, y1, x2 minus x1. So if we just use this as the y2 and y1, we can say 15 minus 750 over 2 over 1. So 15 minus 750 is 750. And 2 minus 1 is 1, so the m is 750. Okay, and then if we use the format y equals mx plus b, and we know that this is 750, we just use this ordered pair here. And the x was 1. 7.75 tenths times 1 is 7.5 tenths. And if you subtract 7 and 5 tenths from both sides, you get b equals 0. So the equation for the bookstore is y is 7 and 5 tenths x. And we want to know what it is for 6 books. So 7.5 times 6 . 7.5 times 6 is 45. So it costs $45 at the bookstore. The online is using this equation here, so y equals 6.95 x plus $1.50. So 6.95 times 6 plus $1.50 plus $1.50 will get me $43.20. Okay, so which one is more expensive? The bookstore is more expensive at $45. Okay, so let's look at a table and a graph. The table and graph show how many words Morgan and Brian typed correctly on a typing test. For both students, the relationship between words typed correctly and time is linear. So find Morgan's unit rate. So if we just do m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We can use, this is the x and this is the y. We can say 60 minus 30 over 4 over 2. Alright, so 60 minus 30 will get me 30. 4 minus 2 is 2. 30 divided by 2 is 15 words per minute. Okay, if we do the same thing for Brian, we have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's say that this is the first ordered pair here, the second ordered pair here. We can say that this is 120, and this one we can say is 240. Alright, so the y's is 40 minus 20. The x's is 2 minus 1. So 40 minus 20 is 20. 2 minus 1 is 1. we got 20 words per minute. Which student types more correct words per minute? Well, that would be Brian, because he can type faster. He can type 20 words per minute, where Morgan only types 15 words per minute. And how much faster is he? Well, 20 minus 15 is 5. So Brian types 5 more words per minute. All right, let's take a look at the last one. Comparing data, comparing a graph and a description. Jamal wants to buy a new game system that costs $200. He does not have enough money to buy it today, so he compares layaway plans at different stores. The plan at store A is shown in the graph below. So, and store B requires an initial payment of $60 and weekly payments of $20 until the balance is paid in full. Write an equation and slope-intercept for stores A's layaway plan. Let X represent the number of weeks and Y represent the balance owed. Alright, so if we look at store A, right here we have 100 as our Y-intercept. So we have the B is 100. Now if we look at the slope is going from here to here, so it's going from 100 to 80, so it's going down 20 and to the right 2. And the reason I got that was down 20 over 2. That's going to represent a slope of -10. If we're going to write that in slope-intercept, our y equals mx plus b format, we have y equals -10x plus 100. Alright, so now let's take a look at B. Write an equation and slope-intercept for the store B's layaway plan. Let X represent the number of weeks and Y represent the balance owed. So when we're going to do this, it requires an initial payment of 60. So if we do 200 minus 60, I'm going to have a y-intercept of 140. And we're going to make weekly payments of 20. So the M is going to be -20. If we write it in the y equals mx plus b format, we have y equals -20x plus 140. Alright, so if we start at 140, and we are going to go down 20, and we're going to go over 1, and we go down 20, over 1, 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 down 20, over 1. Form our best straight line. Okay, this is going to be